I just wanted to make a quick video just as we embark on kind of the third week of January here, and probably a lot of people have set New Year's resolutions and goals and stuff like that. And I just wanted to take you through kind of a bit of my philosophy on creating a strong mentality when we're trying to achieve performance or new job or whatever the case may be. So in my article in December, I talked about reflection, and I talked about how that's so important as you lead into new goals and stuff like that. And I think reflection gives us an opportunity to look at highlights and hardships and frustrations that we might have had. I don't really I don't want individuals I work with to go into the idea of let's just forget about it and stuff like that. I think there's lots to be learned. Of course, some hardships are a lot more difficult than others, but in all of them, there's something to be learned. And I think that kind of strives our self awareness and how we manage ourselves as we move into 2019. So, whether it's sport or business or whatever the case may be, looking back at 2019, maybe what were three moments that happened because you were very confident, and then maybe take a look and reflect on three moments that you found frustrating, and what lessons did you learn from those, because those things are going to help paint the picture and how you manage yourself moving forward. The other thing I like talking to a lot of individual athletes about is just their focus and what behaviors kind of show how they're focused, how they manage emotions, how they're confident, how they're resilient. Motivation, direction, and intensity of effort. I think managing yourself involves both identifying positive things that's happened to you and frustrating things that have happened in your life. And I think this self awareness shapes how you work your way through times of stress and times of crisis and stuff like that. So I think spending some time on frustration and spending some time on positivity is a good thing. The second aspect on building that mentality is then you get to move into your goal setting. There's tons of research on performance and process goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, daily goals. I've really stuck to with my athletes the idea of kind of priorities and making sure they understand that priorities are behaviors and actions that can be identifiable. So, for example, we want an athlete or a defenseman in hockey to close gap and kill plays at blue line. That would be a priority. Be in his or her lane during transitions, boxing out, transition, move pucks with good decision making. Those are things that we can watch, and those are things that, they can drive focus and practice and stuff like that. These also create good self-management keys, which self-management is a huge part of emotional intelligence, and they speak to an identity and a player's role as well, which kind of leads me to the next part. I think it's really important to spend time as we embark on 2020 to know your identity and understand your beliefs, style of play, and values. Those things are the differentiator. And so when stress is higher or when you're in a moment of crisis, knowing who you are and what you can do is a huge aspect in moving forward. And then kind of the last aspect is just this idea of preparation. Through self-reflection, goal setting, and identifying the type of athlete you are, individual you are, all those things create a mentality. And how you kind of paint the picture and how you develop that preparation is kind of using your mindfulness, your self-talk, your visualization. And so, if I have athletes, I want them to make a commitment to their mentality. It's a daily attack. It's spending 10 to 20 minutes a day on identifying what you need to do, your style of play. Visualize it, right? What are your priorities? What are the things that can help you lead? I think taking 10 to 20 minutes to go through that process is such a great commitment level to mentality. We tend to use the idea of mentality a lot. Mentality is worked on daily, and that kind of leads to why do we do all this stuff? Well, this stuff drives confidence. So reflection, self-awareness, self-management, preparation is a precursor to confidence. I saw a great quote by Jack Nicklaus, and he said, confidence is the most important single factor in this game. Of course, he's talking about golf, and no matter how great your natural talent, there's only one way to obtain and sustain it, and that's work. And not just physical work, but how we kind of dedicate ourselves to our process. What's your attention to detail? What are you doing to get better? Are you taking care of yourself both mentally and physically? All those things play a huge part into our commitment and our mentality. So, reflection, goal setting, knowing your identity, preparation, All those things are great initiatives into building confidence into 2019.